Yeah, I think it's just like gradually it's gonna happen over time. Like we've seen throughout the course of our season, there have been peaks and valleys, but you try to lessen how many valleys there are, and we're trying to get to a point where we're having more peaks. But I think the last two games prior to this are more indicative of who we're becoming and the direction that we're going in. But it's not going to be perfect all the time. But in games like this, we just have to have a different level of focus from the start, especially when we know that, a team has already won on our home court. It's like you got to lock in, whether it's fatigue, you tired, not as focused. Like we just got to check ourselves and one another and make sure that we're really honed in on what we're supposed to be doing so that we can start putting full 40s together.
Natasha, a couple of these close losses the last few weeks. Have you noticed any themes late in these games that is something you guys need to correct to get over the hump in these clutch time ones?
Absolutely. Keeping them off the free throw line. And just taking care of the ball at the end of the stretch. That's the main thing that we've been talking about over and over again.
Natasha, at the end of the game, you had chances. Does it feel like this one got away a little bit? That you still could have survived this and pulled it off and felt a little better about the night?
I wouldn't say it got away from us. Yeah, we had opportunities to win this game, but at the end of the day, we just got to stay consistent. That's the main thing: stay consistent and just do the things that we've been doing in the past couple games that we won, and limited our fouls.
Yes, for either of you, the past two games you held, the Lynx and the Aces under 60 points, and then today obviously it was 89. Just what was different defensively, or what did the Sparks do well?
We fouled too much, for one. We got to be better with personnel defense so that when, a play breaks down and players start to go one-on-one, it doesn't matter what people's records are at that point. Like, there are scorers on all teams in this league, and we got to understand, like, what they want to do, what's their go-to, and don't let them do that. Make them do something different. Our rotations and our reds, like in our trap-in, wasn't great, and yes, yeah, we were a step slow, I think, on a lot of stuff, and not as physical as we were those other two games you mentioned.
Tasha, in that fourth, they shot it well going into that fourth quarter, but in the fourth, all but one of their field goals was inside the paint. What would you have liked to maybe see to correct that and kind of keep them out and having more difficult shots?
Like Sid said, being more physical. We let them do whatever they wanted to do on the offensive end, and instead of us dictating where we want them to be at, and they took full advantage of it, and they scored. Well, they outscored us in the paint this game. So our main focus for the next game is just make sure we're just being physical and just keeping that for 40 minutes through the whole game.